Well, thank you for joining me for another Alex on Tech and ITY video. I bumped into some people who told me about LaLiga, and I'm now in a specially created environment to learn all about it. And with me is Joris Evers. He is the Director of Communications globally for LaLiga. So please take it away.
Very nice to meet you, Alex, and happy to be here, and thank you for joining us. You can see this as like the living room of a huge La Liga fan in Shanghai.
Yeah.
This is why we created this space.
I'll just sort of zoom around a little bit and you can just see. I mean, we'd love to have one of those feature walls.
It's nice, no?
Yeah.
And we created this space to really show off the La Liga broadcast. You know, La Liga is entertainment. La Liga is the Spain's national football competition, but we really see ourselves as the world's football competition with the best clubs and the best players. And we put on an amazing television show every season that La Liga happens, right?
Yeah.
From August until May, there's a lot of spectacle to be seen, and we broadcast it around the world. Most La Liga fans are not in Spain. Most La Liga fans are elsewhere in the world, and it's our job as the league, as La Liga, to deliver a great experience to fans everywhere, putting them as close to the action as possible.
Okay.
And that's what we're doing. And we're using a lot of technology to do that, and this is why we're inviting people here to showcase some of the technology that sits behind a La Liga broadcast.
And delivers a broadcast that is crystal clear.
It delivers a broadcast that's crystal clear. It delivers a broadcast that's high tech. It delivers a broadcast that makes you, as a fan on your sofa, feel like you're in the stadium, or perhaps even closer than those people in the stadium to the action. So we're using a lot of technology to do that. You know, we broadcast 2 matches every match day in Ultra HD 4K HDR, which many people around the world can't even see on their television screens yet. But we are there as HDR TVs become more broadly available, as OTT technologies that support HDR become more available, as satellite technologies advance and allow more people to enjoy HDR, which makes it much more realistic, much more lifelike in your living room.
And in fact, if I look up here for a moment, it actually mentions Dolby Atmos. So you're broadcasting in Dolby Atmos too?
We've broadcast 1 match so far in Dolby Atmos. It's one of our flagship matches. It's called El Clásico. You know, the people that know La Liga will know what El Clásico is. I heard, Steve, that you follow Australian football, not necessarily La Liga. So in this case, El Clásico is a Barcelona versus Real Madrid match, which is the top of the top when it comes to La Liga. And we broadcast 1 El Clásico with Dolby Atmos, the one in May recently, to experiment with that and to see how it's perceived by our viewers, by our fans.
You must have had great reaction.
Well, it's great. It's a great immersive experience. We don't know yet what we'll do with it in the future.
Sure.
We're likely to roll this technology out to more matches, but for us it's important to be on the bleeding edge, to adopt new technologies, to be with HDR, to be with Dolby Atmos, and we'll show you some other technologies that we're using as well. We are the only football league in the world that's partnered with Intel on a technology called Intel Trueview, which creates volumetric video using 38 5K cameras fixed around the stadium to create angles of view that are incredible, that put you right into the eyes of a player during key moments of a match.
And what sort of bandwidth do people need to be able to watch the matches in their full glory?
Well, the good part is that it's just broadcast to you. So there are people in the stadium, data centers basically in the stadium, that crunch all this data and then push it out to you just like any other replay on TV. The cool part also is that it makes a TV broadcast spectacular. It makes it almost like surreal, like there are things happening that shouldn't be possible when it comes to the laws of physics, rather. When you're playing a video game, like a lot of people today learn about La Liga, learn about football because they're playing FIFA on their Xbox or their PlayStation. And there are no limitations when it comes to physics in a video game. You can do whatever you want.
That's it.
But if you're putting together a real broadcast of a live action game, you have to deal with the laws of physics. But using volumetric video and using Intel Trueview, we are able to put a virtual camera anywhere in the stadium, which is really cool, and we'll show you more of that.
And do you know if this is broadcast in Australia and on which network?
It is being broadcast in Australia. I will find the name of the network.
Sure. I mean, there's SBS, there's Fox, but anyway.
It is being broadcast in Australia.
Okay.
I'll find the network for
Sweet.
you. Because I didn't do my homework on the Australian
That's
network.
okay. That's all right. Now,
My apologies.
are we moving to the next one, or is there more you'd like to say here?
So there's other parts of technology that we use. We'll show you the Sky camera, which is old technology from the 90s,
Yep.
but we've deployed it in many stadiums, and it's kind of standard in La Liga. We'll also show you 3D graphics, which is stuff that you're used to in video games, but we have in our LaLiga broadcast to bring those people that discover football and video games into actual football and a fandom of actual football. And then we'll show you one of the best kept secrets of LaLiga, which is a data analysis and visualization tool that is used by our clubs to make the actual match on the pitch better, to improve their players and the actual matching coaching. And finally, in terms of a proof of concept, we'll show you a virtual reality experience that may be the next step in terms of fan experience.
Sure. Okay. Well, let's move to the next part of the demo. Okay. Let's keep going. Yeah.
I'll just keep different tour guides.
No worries. Well, I'm just going to keep the video recording.
So we've already talked about the Skycam. We've talked about high definition. High definition is standard for LaLiga. You know, whilst many TV shows today that you watch are still in standard definition, high definition is standard for us. And like I said, 2 matches per match day are being broadcast in HDR, so beyond high definition.
Look, in Australia, all the TV manufacturers have been talking about 4K and HDR, and they're really pumping it for this year. So the adoption of that technology is just going to go sky high.
But the content is what's required to
That's
actually be able
the
to
issue.
use it.
That's
so
right.
you can get HDR content from places like Netflix, but you can also get it from LaLiga. Then we talk a little bit more about the volumetric video, the Intel Trueview technology.
Yeah.
Like I said, LaLiga is the only football competition, the only soccer competition, depending on what version of English
Sure.
you use.
Yeah, that's right.
In the world that uses Intel Trueview today. It's known from things like the NBA and the NFL. My friend Ohad from Intel was nice enough to join us here in Shanghai, and he will tell you more about Intel Trueview.
Okay. Ohad,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you, and take it away.
All right, so let's go into the video here. So Intel has teamed up with LaLiga, our only and first and only partner in Europe right now. As Joris said, we are deployed in the NBA and the NFL. This technology basically, what it does, it deploys 38 5K high-resolution cameras encircling the stadium, and these are fixed installations. So once it's there, it's there. And what the secret sauce behind that is that those cameras and the software behind it can turn every pixel from a 2D to a 3D pixel. So think about it as a pixel with a 3-dimension, and because of that, we can create every scene from every angle within the field. So this is how it looks like.
Let me just zoom in on that.
So here's the virtual camera, and this is what it shows, or what it sees. And of course, there is already camera. The cameras are up there, but this camera is virtualizing the play. And what we do with that is that during a live event, a broadcasted event, we have a team in the stadiums, and what they do, they create replays throughout the games that are broadcasted to the Obi-Wan, to the live event as part of the match. So a little bit about the technology and behind the technology. So first of all, just to say one thing, that we're deployed in the 4 top stadiums today in LaLiga, the FC Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and Sevilla. We're expanding now to 2 more. It's based on a startup company in Israel that Intel had acquired back in 2016.
Real Eye or something? What was it called?
Replay.
Okay.
Replay.
Yeah.
Replay technology. And this is how the system is installed within the stadiums. Kind of like taking behind the scene footage. As I said, it's fixed installations.
Must be kilometers of cable.
Kilometers of fiber.
Fiber,
Cables.
yeah.
These are the cameras we use. This is our future enclosure. So this is our previous generation. This is our future enclosure. And the 38 cameras basically capture every spot on the field. Those 2 people, during the games, what they do, this one called Pilot, this is a navigator, they watch the game, and whenever there is a highlight, something that you're worth seeing it again, like a goal, a controversial event, they create this immersive media kind of experience using that volumetric technology. So the way they do it, as you can see, they're looking for a story, creating that storytelling capture. It's about 15 seconds. The storytelling or the capture sends to the server farm that we have in every stadium. So in every stadium we have a bunch of servers, Intel powered by Intel of course, that reconstruct and render the clips. And why we have it on the stadiums or in stadiums is because
For
we
speed.
want to speed.
Yeah.
We want to deliver it fast to the broadcasters, of course.
And to the presumably to the referee who's trying to just see whether they're really
actually, no. We're totally focused on experience. There is no any officiating tools here. Even though we do have, which you will see in a second, laser wall. It's more for the fans at home seeing whether there was an offside or not. It's not for officiating.
Sure, but I mean, it could be if the judges one day, referees decided they wanted it.
Actually, there are some other technologies and tools today that are deployed, like the VAR systems, and that are already helping the referees to take decisions.
Sure.
But we're more focusing on the end user at home.
Yeah.
So the computation is done in the stadium, and this is the result. So we have today several different clips. We have the 360, what we call the wow clips, watch as you wish. We have the be the player, where you can really see what the player sees at the time of the event. And we have the laser wall, and this is again something for the fans at home that they can see. And those clips, once they're made during the game, they're sent to the broadcaster, to the OB van, and to LaLiga digital channels, social, and they basically create the engagement, and it's part of what we believe in the transformations of immersive media. If you think about it, the way that we watch sport today or soccer has been pretty much the same the past 40 years. The quality got improved, there are more graphics, but the user still sits back, lays back, and watches the game. We think that will change. People will get more and more integrated into the games, interact with the game, and decides what angles they want to see.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. I've seen instant replays and you see different angles, but this is the next level.
This is the next level, and it will get improved over time. The quality will get improved, the experience will get improved. We're just in the beginning of it.
Sweet. Okay, let's move on to the next segment. That's great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I hope you're turning you a fan.
Yeah,
I'm your
yeah.
tour guide again. So,
Okay.
I think this is incredible, right? Like what Intel Trueview and LaLiga are doing is really bringing you into the game, is really giving you a different perspective, and I think it will make people that maybe don't know much about football fans of football. What I wanted to show you here is another thing that we're doing is live statistics in a match. So you get to see things, performance of players, positions of players, speed of players, how far they've run, how fast they've run, etc. As well as three-dimensional graphics that we're putting into the broadcast as well. And this kind of makes a La Liga match that is a live sporting event more look like a video game. And like I said, perhaps people discover football now by playing FIFA on a PlayStation or on an Xbox.
Yeah.
We want to make the La Liga broadcast kind of seem like the video game quality. Like when I was young, perhaps when you were young, video games were always trying to be like TV broadcasts. Today it's the other way around.
Yeah.
The other thing that we're doing is this data that you're seeing in the live broadcast doesn't just enrich the broadcast, it's also data that we provide to our clubs, live as well as for use later on, in a tool that's a data analysis and visualization tool that allows them to improve the coaching of their teams. And this is one of the best kept secrets of La Liga, something that we started in 2010, has been around ever since, been improved many times, and since 2010, La Liga clubs have actually dominated international soccer competitions or football competitions.
Thanks to the harnessing and usage of all this data, which was always there, but was never being collected.
Correlation.
Yeah.
That's our opinion.
Yep.
We haven't shown this tool called Mediacoach very much to the public, let alone to the media. This is the second time that we're doing that ever. So we want to show it to you, and we brought over from Barcelona my colleague Manel, who can show you Mediacoach.
Okay, here we go. Hello, Manel.
Hi, how are you?
Good,
Thanks,
thank you.
Joris,
Thank
for
you.
your, presentation. So I'm going to talk about Mediacoach. It's a project that started in 2010 with the aim of increasing the competitive level of the La Liga clubs. So what we do in Mediacoach Suite is to provide to the clubs three different tools to for video analysis with different kind of data, tracking data, eventing, and all mixed with calibrated videos that they can use after the game. We also have a tool to use in real time. It's called Mediacoach Live. You can see here. It's second delay from the pitch, and what they can find here is all the tracking data and also the statistics during the game. So if I put here the tactical lines, or I need to get some information about any player, like the speed or the distance covered, I can find it.
Incredible. And is there an app for the public that they can sort of see some of this information?
For professional staff.
Sure.
Only. So
Well, I'm sure some of the fans will say, "Hey, make one for us so we can."
No. We thought at the beginning that we could deliver a tool like this for the fans, but there is too much information,
Sure,
and
sure.
maybe
Some of it's competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the clubs they allow to share the information between them, the data, but not to provide to everybody,
Sure.
because if a fan can get it, a club from another league
Absolutely, yeah.
would
Get access
would
to it
get
as well, yeah.
too, so it's not really interesting for our teams.
Sure.
So the second tool that I want to show you is that just after the game, they have this website where they can download 3 kind of different videos: the panoramic one, the TV one, and the tactical one, and the different reports that we generate for them, a physical report, and then a post game for teams and every player, a pre-game, and also cumulative reports. And the last tool that we have is this one, is Mediacoach Live, Mediacoach Desktop, sorry, where we have all the information together. We have the different video sources and also the tracking and the eventing data. So we can find every event that we won in a game, like for example a goal, and if we want to analyze any goal of the game, we have here the clip, and we can add tracking information at any time. So the same, if I want to check the speed of Messi when he scored this goal, I only have to select the name and the speed of Messi, and then I can have it here. Let me check.
Okay, yeah. Can we just zoom in on that?
Not here because the ball is already scored, but here, and we have the information. So the very big secret here is that we get in LaLiga that all the clubs together share their data, from the best clubs in first division to all the clubs in second division, and this is something that any other league has in the world.
They haven't got. The others haven't got. That's right, yeah. Well, what you've done is digitally transform the business of soccer to a level that nobody ever had before. They just had, I mean, coaches might have guessed, but
Yeah.
now you've got the raw data which has been
It's
analyzed.
to go to a deepest part,
Yeah.
To
Granular level,
analyze
yeah.
in the deepest way the sport, the soccer that was not before.
Yeah. Well, it's very, very impressive.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So as a last, sorry, I'm back here.
Please,
So
yeah.
as last stop, I'm
Yeah.
going to take you to Jordi, who is also joining us from Barcelona, from Mediapro, our production partner, and he's going to give you a glance. I don't know how your viewers are going to see this, but at a virtual reality application for LaLiga that could be the next step in terms of a fan experience.
Sure, let's go.
It's a proof of concept, so you may never see this, out in the open on the marketplace, but it's a proof of concept.
Well,
so
you're thinking
we'd like
about
to
it.
give you a look.
Yeah, please.
Jordi.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, I'm Jordi from Mediapro, this company, and we are the partners of LaLiga regarding a production, and also we're pushing the envelope with VR. And this is, as Joris says, a proof of concept.
Sure.
We recorded this during the Clásico at the Santiago Bernabeu on December 23rd. And we set up a couple of cameras, 360, 180. The 360 we used for setting up the fan in the stadium. So you were able to see, you will see the changing room. You can see the arrival of the fans into the stadium. And then the 180 shots are because all the action happens in front of the camera, not behind. Behind you only have fans.
That's it.
So we put the 180 cameras next to one of the goals and to the other. And you will see in that concept app that we just created that the first demo is just a travel about what the experience of watching a VR football match of LaLiga could be.
Sure.
It will depend on LaLiga if we introduce technology or not next season. We'll see.
Yeah.
The second demo we have is an actual piece of the technology simulating life. For that, we need a server that is not in China, it's in Europe, and because of the internet access,
Volume of data,
we cannot see properly the video, but you can interact with it, you can choose all the options. What happens is you become the director of your experience, so you choose the point of view you want to choose, when you want to see the stats that come from Mediacoach live, or the replays. As soon as the replay is ready, we push it into the app, and then you can choose to see the repetition as many times as you want.
Yeah. And then the match is obviously being buffered, and you can get back to the match whenever you're ready.
No, the match is always streamed
Yeah.
live, and it's not buffered. I mean, it's in real time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you move into the replay, the match will
Keep
advance.
going, yeah. But I'm just saying, I mean, in theory, you could
In
have it
theory,
so
you go
that
back.
you could go back, yeah,
You could
and
go
keep
back.
not miss any of the action.
We didn't think this could be useful.
Sure.
But maybe it's a good idea.
Well, I mean,
it's a proof of concept. So
That's
maybe
right,
it
yeah.
makes sense.
That's it. Well, this is where you think about all these things. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I invite you to test it, and the only thing I can do is give you a link to the video that we produce to show the customers that are not able to access this.
Put the
because
headset on,
It's
yeah.
been just headset and very, very restricted because it's a proof of concept. It's not
Yeah.
public. Okay. So I invite you to sit down
Okay.
and try it.
well, let's put the camera down here, and
Yes.
I don't know how much of me we're going to see, but
We will help you take a look at it.
yeah, sure.
So,
You
can I
just-
adjust it a little?
Yeah, you can actually. There's a little controller there. You can
Okay.
the joystick.
So in order to interact with the app, your eyes become the mouse.
Okay.
So you have to look at the interactive items. You will see on this only one, but on the other application that I will show you later on, there are many different actions. So basically, you look into the action, you keep your gaze just 1 or 2 seconds, and it will stop. Okay.
Okay.
And then here you have to access.
Yeah, yeah. I've used the gear view before, so no
Okay,
problem.
cool. But you don't have to click in any button. Just adjust the view. Look at the start experience.
It's already
You are
started.
there. You are there.
Yeah, I'm here. Here we go. El Clasico. So I can see the entire field.
This is
I'm looking around. There are people walking across. Someone's right here with their phone. So it's before the game is about to start, and everyone's milling around.
Exactly.
I
The
guess-
fans
and,
coming
and
into
now we're in the
stadium.
change room, so here are all the different players. Here we go. Vestuario Football Club Barcelona.
Exactly.
The change room. Everything looks beautifully
Set up.
And now I'm in another room where
Real
the
Madrid.
players, locker rooms. Here we go. Real Madrid. And it's their locker room with pictures on all of the lockers of all of the different famous
Because they're
players.
the local players.
And yeah, that's right. And now I'm in the stadium, so I'm sitting down. I'm in the stadium, right? There's all people all around me.
They are
I
sitting.
should be in here in the private box, but I'm over here.
Yes, exactly.
And here we go. Here's the announcer.
Speaker. Yeah.
Yeah, he's introducing the game, and in fact, I can see this overlaid onto the actual
Yes.
field. It's like actually, I'm in a private box kind of thing.
Exactly. You are in a VIP room.
VIP room. That's right, and I can see that the field is right there, and there's one of the news sports reporters is yabbering, and now it's the actual ground, and I'm in the box. That's the goal right there, and here they are playing.
Yes.
There we go, and it's a goal! He's not very happy, the goalie.
It's been cancelled because it was offside.
Ah, offside. Okay, there we go. I want to stand up and walk onto the
No, you
the
cannot
field.
do that in this version. It's just you
And
can
then-
just move your head. That's
That's
the
it,
only thing
that's
you
it.
can do. You cannot lean around. You cannot.
Sure. But I mean, in the future, I'll be able to walk
yeah,
onto the field and be
absolutely.
I'll see people running through me as I'm
Absolutely,
watching.
you will jump into the stadium for sure and into the pitch.
Yep.
That's for sure. But next
There we
version.
So just seeing various cuts of play.
Yeah, exactly. So this is just a demo of what could be the experience of watching a VR football of La Liga.
I even saw one of the Skycams. There's the Skycam there.
Exactly.
Running along.
Yes.
And yes. So yeah, it's a unique field of view. There is the sun shining right there. But
Yeah,
that adds to the experience.
that was a problem.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're filming at that time of the day.
Yeah. That's
And
not
there's
the
some
usual
stats.
time.
I can see the stats, the scores.
Yes.
Real Madrid and Barcelona. And
Yes.
the guy screaming, "Go!
Yeah.
Go!" So yes, the viewers can't see what I'm saying, but it's a virtual reality experience for
Exactly.
sure. And I would love to walk onto the field. But that's just that's the next version.
Next
right?
version, yeah.
That's it. Okay,
Okay.
fantastic.
So this is just non-interactive.
No, yeah,
The
it's
only
very
thing you can
immersive.
see
Very
is
immersive.
move your head
Yeah, yeah.
and change the point of view, but not much.
Mm-hmm.
And this, what I'm going to show you now,
Yep.
is the actual app. But the streaming is not working very well, I'll tell you. So you will see the screens where you saw the content. Maybe are black or frozen sometimes. It's because of the internet.
That's all right.
But the cool thing about this is that you will be able to interact with the different controls that are on the bottom of
By
the
using
screen.
my eyes.
So you adjust it. Yeah.
Yep.
When you have it,
So yeah, I can see that. I'm in that.
you see in the bottom.
Yeah, I can see it. It's got main screen TV, 180 degrees.
Yeah. No. You have.
Oh, well, the live cameras panel. There's
No.
two.
Just you were right. I think
Yeah.
3 panels, and you have on the left
Oh,
side.
yes, left here,
You
yeah.
have stats.
The stats,
On the center, you have the cameras available, only 2.
Yeah.
And on the right, you have the
Replays and the highlights. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you go to the left, and you select the button that says players,
Players. Yeah.
and then you see the whole
There
bunch
they
of
are.
players.
Yes.
Just choose one,
Okay, I'm just picking one guy random.
and then you will see the player coming up in front of you.
There he is. Yeah, Mateo Kovacic.
Kovacic.
Kovacic. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I couldn't see it. It's an eye.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can choose any player from any of the two squads. You select the icon of the other match.
Luka Modric.
Modric, yes.
Yeah, there we go.
You can choose, for example, if you choose the Football Club Barcelona logo, then you will see all the roster of the other team, and then
Sure,
you
there
can
we go.
select anyone.
Yes, I'm doing that now. And I've got Andres
Iniesta.
Iniesta. Yeah.
Yes.
And it doesn't look like a video game.
Yeah, and then you have associated with this player, you have the stats that are in real time,
Yep.
that come from Mediacoach. So you will become the director. You choose the stats when you want. You can change the camera when you want. You can go to the replay when you want.
Yep.
And that's the cool thing about this experience.
So I'm just doing a replay now, and here it is. In fact, it's one of the replays I saw just before.
Exactly. But now you choose.
That's
It's not given to you, but you choose what to see.
That's it.
So basically, that's what we wanted to show you.
Sure. Wow, very interactive, yeah. I mean, you can imagine that it will, in the future, instead of being virtual reality, it will be an augmented reality headset. So I'll just be watching my TV live, and down here,
Could be.
in real time,
Could be.
overlaid over reality will be what I'm seeing.
Maybe. And then you also have 2 buttons on the left hand side and on the right hand side. On the left hand side, you can buy things.
Yeah.
So like T-shirts, scaffold, whatever. And on the right hand side, you have the possibility to invite people
To share the
to
experience.
share the
with you.
experience with your friends, and then you will have avatars of those guys, and you will talk with your friends all over the world.
I can imagine there'll be, just like we saw in the Apple Worldwide Developer Conference,
Yes.
you could stick an emoji of yourself. On
Exactly.
so you could
You
stick
could do
your friends' heads on the match live, pretend you're Messi or
We'll
something
see.
like that.
That's a proof of concept,
Yeah.
so we can evolve in any direction. And when LaLiga says that we want to launch, we will launch with them because we're the partners to do this kind of things. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much. Great presentation. Okay, any final words from
No.
Joris? Well, that's it. Well,
Do you have final
any final words? I just saw this great little.
Joris will close.
Yeah. So.
What did you get?
Well, I saw the demo live. I mean, I've used these headsets before, but look, it was an interactive experience. I mean, I'm there. I mean, I was saying I want to walk onto the pitch, right, and just have the players running around me and be looking at any angle thanks to the virtualized camera technology. But look, that all coming in the future.
So final words for you: Be in Sports and Foxtel.
Aha. Well, there we go. Yes.
So if you want to watch La Liga in Australia, Be in Sports and Foxtel. You'll get La Liga there. You can see all of the technology that you've seen today in action in the La Liga broadcast. New season of La Liga starts in the middle of August. We have 3 great new clubs in the first division of La Liga that just ascended from the second division, and I think you'll be wowed by all the graphics, by all the action that you see on the pitch.
Well, Joris, thank you to you and all of your colleagues for demonstrating how La Liga works and some of the technology behind it. Thank you very much.
It's our pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.